Hi and welcome to my channel Pretty Pink Soul Movement, and I'm Michelle Cool, and today I'll be doing your new moon in Gemini reading, and the new moon is on the 22nd or 23rd of May depending on where you are in the world. So pretty cool. So I was channeling some messages before I decided to do the video, and I'm getting a lot of like new self. It's like separation between your old self and who you used to think you were, and you're becoming more of who you are at a soul level. So it's like Gemini is the sign of the twins, right? And it's like, to me, it can be kind of Jekyll and Hyde energy if it's imbalanced. It can be like fake and that real side of yourself. So it's like you're separating from that old self, the one that's told you you can't be X, Y, and Z, or you can't do this, you can't do that. It's like that ego voice in your head that is negative. It's like I just see people being pulled away from that old self to be like reborn anew. Like you might still feel connected to this energy, but I can just see the visual of just like separating from your old self, coming into the new person of who you are now. And you know what? And that can also mean that you want new things, a new career. You might want to follow something else. You might want to learn something else. You actually might want even, to change your whole look and your image, and to go with this new person that you are. And that's a really good indication that you're shifting into this energy. It's like, I want to dress different. I want to feel better about myself. You're doing all these beautiful things for yourself to show yourself love, which is just beautiful and the perfect time to do that. So that's how you know if you're shifting into this energy. You could also bring it on by doing those kind of things like, no, I'm going to buy that outfit. I'm going to feel glamorous all the time, or whatever it is for you. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to shift and buy and move and buy that car because I want it, and I've been thinking about it, and I'm manifesting it, and all the doors are opening up, and I'm going to have it. Think as if you are it now. But it's a real beautiful energy. It feels kind of lucky. I know it's a new moon, but it's just like a lot of newness, new self, new life, new possibilities. You're really starting to see that you're in control, you're in the driver's seat of your life, and you're going to shift and change and move into that. We've got here some cards. We've got the village. So this one means that you're kind of leaving that past behind. You might be leaving certain people behind, leaving your old life behind, leaving your old self behind. Like the illusion is shattered. You're not that person that you used to be. You've transformed multiple times through your dark nights of the soul, but this is like a graduation phase. This is stepping into more alignment with your higher self. And it's just like everything is shattered. Like I just see glass being shattered. Like your heart, this is this card illuminating from the heart and from the center, like the heart chakra, and it's gonna blow it away. I just feel lots of self-love, self-appreciation, pampering, just new feeling. Because the old cycle that you're in just gives you, it was just a big dead end. It was just, there's no more left for you. That old person used to be, that old place, that whole old way of being, it's gone, and that's why we're all stuck in this, not stuck, but we're in this transition phase where we're like, okay, I can find myself. What do I want to do? Actually, I've got this time now. What's my priorities? What's my soul priorities? You're shifting away from that, more of that darker energy. It's becoming lighter, and it's connecting you to more of your soul self, which is just beautiful. We've got the vessel card here, and see how there's a body in that little vessel. I just see you being transformed. See how there's like the light and the dark as well. You're being transformed towards the light. This is like the body to me is representing who you are at the soul, and the soul is shifting and moving you towards that, towards the sun, towards the light, and seeing that, look, there's this darkness, that she's like in the in-between phase, and then there's the darkness. It's like, but if you move through the darkness, that's where you find the light. So when you move through being uncomfortable, when you move past not wanting to take risks, this is when this comes in for you, and it's just super magical. Another one here, I don't know how to pronounce this word, so I'm not even going to say it. But see how there's the dark and the light's underground in the darkness, and the darkness is in the light. You know, it's just your perspective of things. Things are changing. Your whole world is going to feel like it's been turned around, but in a good way, because you're like, I'm actually the magician of my life, and I actually know how to make changes and transform, and you know, you feel stronger. It's just such a beautiful energy, and I'm so excited because I know so many people have been going through so much. So let's pull some other cards. Let's see what they have to say. Receiving frequency. So yeah, there's lots of, and I think we're being assisted as well through the universe and through the crown chakra. So yeah, see, this is like connecting to the crown chakra and to the frequency of the universe. This is what's really helping us get through at this time. So focus on finding your peace, because this is where the soul alignment's going to come in. Just chill longer than you think you have to. And because this is when we receive really cool ideas too, when we're just like, I'm okay, I'm not going to expect anything. I'm just going to sit there and I'm just going to kind of chillax and whatever comes, you know, going with the flow. This is when we receive the best insights, you know, when I calm down and stop running around trying to do too much, and I just get my notepad out, and then I'm just kind of chilling for a bit, and all of a sudden I'll just get these downloads, you know, mostly of projects I want to do going forward. So whatever it is for you, inspired ideas, like trust that, but try to be in this receiving and open frequency, and you'll receive more ideas and guidance as to what you want to do and where you want to go to next. So Gemini energy. I pulled out the Gemini card. I didn't shuffle this in full out. I seeked it out. Talking about being social. So, you know, at this time, I feel like a lot of these bans are going to be lifted. It's already starting to happen in Australia, specifically where I am, Western Australia. You know, things are starting to move again. It's a whole new energy. Things are going to start to shift and move. But it's like, do you choose the oldness, which kept you stuck and miserable, or are you going to choose the new energy and your new self and follow that lead? And that's going to take you to more of a fulfillment energy. That's what I'm getting from this. So Gemini energy being flexible, street smart, adaptive, vocal, speak your truth, speak your truth, speak your truth the way you need to. You need to shine more. And it says here, yeah, if you're in the negative aspects of Gemini, you can be restless, you know, demanding, superficial. So just try to be more in that adaptive, flowy energy, and obviously, and communication, because Gemini is about like communication. So speak your truth, you know, whether you write it or say it to, you know, to anyone, and see how like it's a butterfly. It's like a symbol of transformation, you know, like, so transforming at this time. So let's just see, I'll do 2 piles for what houses, like what energy it's going to affect specifically for you. So pick number 1 or 2. Let's see. 1 or 2, what houses will it affect? Pick number 1 is third house of perception. So speech, thoughts, social media, yeah, speaking to your family about maybe what you're doing. I know for a lot of people that I work with, woo, that's a jumpy one. They're so scared to like talk to their family or have it on their Facebook, you know, what they're doing. Like if they're in my podcast and stuff, they're just like, I'm too scared to show my family, like literally. All my clients are like that. So it's just like, you need to start owning who you are. You know, those old days of being scared of who it is that you are just like long gone. Like it's time to reveal to your family who you actually are. Like what are they going to do? Stone you to death? Like you just have that old soul memory that has nothing to do with today. What are they going to do? Make fun of you? You know, I just, even if, like say I had a family and they were very strict and I was just, you know, still living in that I'm still 5-year-old and scared what my mum's going to say type thing, you know, even if my mum cared, I think I still would, because at a soul level, I would say who I am because that is who I am. Do you know what I mean? And I get it. It's confronting. It's uncomfortable. You know, when I first started out the channel, I wouldn't even post it on my Facebook page, but now I do because I'm owning who I am. It's just a bit of a process. It's slow, but just be more open to actually expressing who you are to people. I think this is really important for now. Gemini is about communication. New moon is about discovering our darkness, and trying to hide that from others is an aspect of our darkness. So you can't feel free with who you are and to explore yourself further if you're not telling people who you actually are. You know, you're just putting up a mask and a facade. Like, you're not living your real life. So that might be the final separation for people that picked pile number 1. So that's cool. Okay, so number 2, what house is it? So that was, did I say it was 3rd house? I hope so. Okay, number 2, 11th house, the edge. This is the Aquarius energy. So yeah, it's just like that whole new way of being. So I am feeling like new friendships, new like-minded friendships. So you obviously probably listen to, you know, pile number 1. It's about expressing who we are, because when we can own who we are, then we're going to draw more of the people that are in alignment with our soul. But if we're like pretending to not be that, not be who we really are, we're just going to attract more fake people, more unhappiness. So, okay. And Aquarius energy is about speaking their truth as well. It's about being who they are. They're like new technology. You know, sometimes you just can't shut them up, can you? Like, they just want to tell you about everything because they know so much. So maybe that's something that you need to do too. Rebellion, yeah, that's what it says here. Experimentation, the future. Where do you want to take your future? Like, you're the only one that's holding yourself back. Enough light today, baby. Cool, hey? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so let's get some planetary energy. What was some of the planetary energy we're going to experience at this time? The moon. Going to be all in our feels, Venus, love. A lot of people in the month of May, because Gemini is the lovers, right? In the tarot, that's what they represent, the lovers, 2 halves of the whole, you know, twin flame energy. A lot of people, twin flames could be coming into union in May if you're not already. Mars action, sun being you, being who you are, shining. It's that Leo energy. I feel like this is all we need to be. So first off, perfect, right? And this doesn't look like the moon's illuminated. So it's a perfect time to go in deep at the new moon. What do I want? What do I want to be? Who am I? Asking all those questions. Trusting yourself, you know, it says in your gut. Here we go, like the home, conditioning, family. So I really do feel like this new moon's about owning who you really are. And then we've got the Venus and the love, and just like that Libra, Taurus energy, like around the home. Beautify your home, because if you kind of like get your home ready to be beautiful, it can call someone into, and some of you might be wanting to do love rituals, self-love. Remember, you can't hide from the universe. You really got to love yourself first, otherwise this person won't come through. Do you, boo, and love will come through. That's my new tagline. Sun being, you really need to shine and be expressive, be creative, be childlike. Try to step away from the ego and that old voice of others or yourself that tells you that you can't do what you want to do. Mars action. I think it's when we're having this quiet energy that it's going to, your desires are going to come through a lot stronger of what you really want. When you start owning who you are, these things are going to come through. Then you're going to get the excitement to rush forward and action a few things, because I feel like there's some ideas that Spirit wants to communicate to you that you're not really actioning right now. So we'll just get to close. It's always good. I've got a self-care ritual to pick a card, so check that out on my channel. But it's always good to, let's just see what kind of self-care rituals would be good for you all right now. Soaking the bath, detoxing. When we're changing, we're actually, like our experiences are imprinted in our bodies. They sit in our bodies, just like illness does. So when it needs to come out, it actually physically needs to come out. So put Epsom salts in there, put your crystals in your bath, light those candles. You can do your ritual in the bath, but I think you really need to chill for this change to occur, as well as, writing out who you are. We've got the health checkup here. I feel like, check what you're feeling in your body. You might have some concerns. You might want to go see a doctor. Just like really nurture yourself. Don't stress yourself out too much. Like think of ways that you can decompress and release this energy. Work with someone if you need to do that. And of course we've got here the journaling is the best doctor in the house. Is getting out all your thoughts. Write down what you want. Set your New Moon intentions. Write them down. Do your little rituals. Lots of love and self-care. Rest, please. And it's going to be a very transformational, awesome new moon. And I hope you enjoy it. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check out my other videos. And I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.